on the stage. Kaishan, love to hear your story as well. Thank you. My name is Kaishan. Thank you. And firstly, I want to thank Kelly for wanting to share the stage with me. I will be sharing the story about how I come to know Kelly. But I also want to give you a little bit background about myself. Firstly, I don't do lunches, I do tea. I intend to have 100 teas with strangers. And I'm a bubble tea specialist. And I'm also an active member of Start Space. So I'm actually an early founder here. And I think that my story will really interest you because I'm actually at the same stage as all of you here. So the first story is how I come to know Kelly. I graduated my small business training from Homescram just February this year. And I got invited to my first networking event. Much like this one, but not as great as this one if I am to be honest. I hope no one from Homescram is here today. So there was only 20 people and we were all graduates. We all had an idea, but we haven't taken any action yet. No one knows what they are doing. We were all pretending to know, how to network. But I was a very determined person because I drove all the way to Cheston. So I walked around the room twice. That would be my tip number one. Pick someone that looks interesting to you. So don't worry about your idea, their idea, what level you are at, and if you are a good match. Just find someone who's interesting. So today I actually picked Kwan as a very interesting person. I've been dying to talk to her, but I didn't want to interrupt the flow of what is going on. So I haven't yet. So on that day, I picked one person that looked very calm and collected and know exactly what he was doing. And I slowly moved into his proximity. And I overheard that his name is Bill, and he is the founder of a poly dating app. And I froze. I know nothing about poly dating because, very traditional Asian girl. And I know nothing about app development. How do I strike a conversation? And then I overheard him sharing to another lady, giving her some advice for her business. So I was feeling playful. I said to him, hey, you sound like what you're talking about. Why don't you tell me, what I can do for my business? And he said, as a matter of fact, I do have an advice for you. You should connect with this girl, Kelly. She runs a company called 100 Lunches. And in my mind, I was like, great, that's a lot of lunches. And I sell tea. She's going to need a lot of tea. So I went on to LinkedIn, I found Kelly, I booked a 20-minute chat, on her website. And by the way, that link is still active. If you would like some one-on-one time with Kelly, book that chat. And then, to my surprise, I found that she already completed all 100 of her lunches. She does not need any tea, but she offered me free speaking, lessons, which I just said yes, And 6 months later, I got my first corporate gig as a speaker. So you never know, I didn't see that coming. Story number 2 was actually a connection that I made here in Start Space, and I really value this community. If you haven't joined Start Space, and if you haven't come to the Lunch and Learn here, which is a member-run event, you should. So I came to one of the Lunch and Learn event called Mindful Productivity by Michael Dorhan. I might be mispronouncing his last name, but anyway, I didn't get more productive after the workshop. Unfortunately, probably it's my own fault for not completing all the activities. But I did approach Michael because Michael seemed very interesting and we share a lot of common interests. And after the workshop, I reached out by a simple message. I said, hey, thank you for giving me all the tools, during the workshop that I didn't use. But anyway, and he replied, to my surprise again, he said that, hey, I know you do breath work. I'm very interested in breath work. You know, do you want to have like a catch up and tell me a little bit more about what you're doing? Which I did, catch up for a chat with him, which led to him coming to my workshop, which led to him giving me a testimony for my workshop. Long story short, again, 6 months later, I was sitting next to him at Start Space, co-working space. He found out that I was trying desperately to sell my tea course, for tea education. And I showed him on my notebook, I was repeatedly writing my goal for acquiring 10 students for my tea course. And he turned over to me and I remember his face. He has this approving look on his face with his eyebrow frowned. And he opened his mouth and gold just dropped out, figuratively. He said to me, Kaishan, don't focus on output. Don't focus on outcome, focus on output. And I was like, whoa, like that hit me in my heart so hard. I knew that was, wisdom. I had to give him a hug. And even though we were just waving in the distance, kind of friend. And I took this advice with me 3 days later to went on pitching for TEDx. I focused so hard on giving my output of spreading one great idea on that pitching stage. And you will know, great outcome follows great output. And I got selected to speak on TEDx next year. So I really am thankful of meeting Michael and making that connection with him. So there are 3 lessons here that I would like to share. First, be curious of the person that you want to network with, just for who they are, rather than the big accomplishment they have, because that will probably make you hard to make that move. It's too daunting to strike the conversation. Second lesson will be, I don't remember, excuse me, too excited. Second lesson will be playful. Just, don't worry too much, about sounding smart, or impressing your audience. Just, give a casual remark like how I was like, do you have any advice for me? Or just a thank you. If it's a relationship meant to have, it will just flow from there. And then lastly will be open. Because I approached Kelly thinking that I would sell her a lot of tea. Instead, I started a career in speaking about tea and wellness. I approached Michael, for productivity. Instead, he gave me the key to unlock the door to the TEDx stage. So be open to your possibility. Thank you.
Thanks so much for sharing your story, Kaishan. I think we all learned that it is about meeting people, and once again, one connection can change your life. So without further ado, I'm ready to meet some people, and who knows who is the life-changing connections that you're going to make next, right? So let's do